Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Alice and the Mirror by Emphyrio. So we have standard Sudoku rules. So in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6, exactly once each. Additionally, we have standard thermometers in the grid. So the thermometers have a bulb end, that's the circle, and then the rest of the thermometer is a line that comes out of it. And digits must strictly increase from bulb to tip, so they can't repeat and they have to get bigger. So if this was, say, a 3, this would have to be bigger than 3. So 4 would work, 5 would work. We couldn't do 6, though, because then we couldn't have anything bigger than 6 here. But we could do like 3, 4, 6 if we wanted. That would be one way to fill that thermo. What we can't do is repeat the 3, and what we can't do is get lower than 3. All right. So those are the rules. That's it. Just thermometers. If you want to try the puzzle yourself, there's a link in the description, and I am going to get started right now. All right, the first thing I want to do is look at, let's see. Yeah, these are 5-length thermometers, so there's going to be 1 degree of freedom on that. What I mean is that this can be, let's do both at the same time. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5, 6. So we can just immediately pencil that because that's all that these cells can be. This one has a lot more freedom, but let's see how these interact first. Okay. So this is, I guess I will fill this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, 5, 6, because there's 3 degrees of freedom. Is there something in the interaction of these that forces them to be the same or different is kind of what I'm wondering. So let's say this digit and this digit were different. Or maybe the 5, 6, I don't know. The reason I picked this is because of the box roping, right? This would force green to be down here. So basically this would see a 4, 5 pair. So if they were different, then this would have to be 3, 2, 1. And this would also have to be 3, 2, 1. So if we want these two to be different, both of these become 3, 2, 1. Because this can't be 4 or 5. It sees both of these. This can't be 4 or 5. The other option is that they're the same. Now, if they're the same and they're 4s, then that also forces 3, 2, 1 on both of them. If they're the same and they're 5s, then these both end up 6, but these are free to do what they want. So those are basically the cases. So what I need to figure out is there a problem with one of those cases? Now, okay, so this is something interesting. If this ends up 3, 2, 1, this sees all of it. So this becomes a 4, and so we get 4, 5, 6. So if this is 3, 2, 1, this has to be a 5, right? If this is 3, 2, 1, this is 4, 5, 6. The 6 sees here, this has to be 5. But we said if these two were different, hold on. If we said if these two are 5, hold on. Maybe, well, let me look at this again. If these are different, then these are both 3, 2, 1. And then this would have to be the 4, because this would be 5, 4. So there's no way that this is 4 and this is 5. I feel like I'm getting somewhere, but I'm not quite there. I guess another observation is because this cell sees all 3 of these, it is always whatever they're missing. So this is actually a quad. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad. I found something we can do. Okay, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad. I think there's probably an easier way to describe this, but I'll describe it the way I saw it first. So first of all, that does make this cell a 5, 6 only. Now, why is this a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad, right? They aren't in the same row, column, or box. So how are they a quad? Well, in order to form a quad, basically every cell has to see every other cell. Here, let's color these actually. Let's make these blue. So this cell here needs to see all the other blue cells. This needs to see all the other blue cells, etc. for all of them. And by see, I mean cannot be the same value as. If you have that property, then you've formed a quad because you have to have 4 distinct values in 4 cells. That's a quad. So this cell, it sees these two through the thermometer and this through the column. This sees these two through the thermometer and this through the column. This sees this through the box and these two through the thermometer. And this sees this through the box and these through the column. So it is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad, which means this cell, which sees all 4 of them also, cannot be 1, 2, 3, or 4. It must be 5 or 6. I'm going to get rid of the coloring. But also what it means is there must be a 4 somewhere in these because they're a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad, and the 4 is limited to this box. It's in one of these 2 cells only, because in this quad it's in one of these 2 cells. And so this cannot be a 4. And what we can do is we can work backwards from this. If this, let me just show you what happens. If this was a 4, this becomes a 3, 2, and 1, and now this sees 4, 3, 2, 1. It can't be any of them. So that's not allowed. So this is the 5. That makes this the 6, this is 6. And then this is 3 or 4 only, which does, this means this can't be 4 or 5, and this can't be 3 or 4. So now we have a 1, 2 pair that puts 3 and 4 here. This is a 5 also. So it did end up the double 5 situation, which had the most freedom. But yeah, that was neat. I really liked that Emphyrio. This is 4, 5 pair. So this has to be 3, 2, 1 actually. That's a 2. This is 3 and 4. Okay, so this 4, 5 has to go here because of roping, right? First of all, we can get the 6 here. And this is 4, 5, but it can't be 4. So these are just both 5. That's 4. This is a 1. We need 1, 2. Okay, so the 4 needs to go here, and then this needs to be 1 or 2. This is a pair, 2 and 3, so we know the order. This finishes the column with a 4. This is a pair, 1 and 5. This is a pair, 2 and 6. So yeah, we know the order. We need 1 and 3 here. We know the order. That finishes that as well. Okay, so 2 can only go here in the box. How about 1? I think 1's going to be not limited. 3 goes here. 4 goes here. And then 6 goes here. And then we have a 1, 5 pair left. Yeah, that's 1, that's 5, that's 5, that's 1. Nice. That was a neat interaction there. I like that, Emphyrio. Yeah, basically this thing forming a quad. There's probably several ways you could have seen it. But the big impact here was forcing this to be 5. And then also forcing this to be 6. I think did a lot of work. So yeah, very, very cool. Let me know if you found a different way through this. I'm interested. But that felt really neat to me. So I enjoyed that. So thank you, Emphyrio. And if you enjoyed this as well, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.